Hi, this is Jon Medved, and welcome to Dave Carroll, the very, very well-known online songwriter. And Dave has chosen to world debut, his new song, When the World Stops Ending, at our upcoming OurCrowd Pandemic Innovation Conference on June 22nd. Dave, first of all, great to have you.
Thanks, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
And why did you choose to debut this song with the OurCrowd Pandemic Innovation Conference?
About 11 years ago, I released a song called United Breaks Guitars, which was a frustration experience that I had as a customer. And I went to YouTube, which was a new thing. It was sort of an innovative way to share your music and your message at the time. And it went viral and it changed my life, opened up all sorts of doors. And it was just a creative outlet that has obviously become important for everybody now. And 11 years later, I find myself in the middle of the pandemic with the rest of the world and still writing songs. And I thought, how would I like to share this message? And so I'm always looking to think outside the box, or as my Israeli friend Jacob Goldenberg, when he wrote his book, Inside the Box Thinking. How do you send a message and how do you align it with people, like-minded people? And so on the surface, a songwriter might not have a lot in common with people in the pandemic innovation space, but as a speaker, I've met companies all over the world. And I've discovered that human beings are who we work for. We should be serving ourselves and the greater world, and it's innovators that create the biggest change. And so this song is about how we act as human beings and how we use our humanity to overcome these challenges. And it's going to be innovators that are going to give us the solutions to allow us to be more human again.
What were you thinking about when you wrote the song? I mean, what was it like to be a singer-songwriter who all of a sudden is cut off, from his audience?
Well, first thing I should say is I didn't write this one alone. I typically do, but I wrote it with a friend of mine named Jamie Robinson. And I had the idea of the title, I bounced it off him. And so we wrote the whole song under pandemic rules, under quarantine, where we were never in the same room together. No one was ever in the same room recording it. And so that was a unique experience. But when we were going through the questions, the song actually asks the questions. How will life be different? Will we love any better, or can we love better than we ever have before? Because I think people, when they were isolated and they're hanging out in their homes, they start to appreciate the things that they took for granted before, like their family members or the time that they spent. How many people in bigger cities are spending hours per day commuting? And all of a sudden they had all this extra time and they were asking, how could I keep this when we come out of this? And so the song sort of looks to inspire people to be their higher selves, to do the things they always wanted to kind of do, and reprioritize. So that's what we were thinking about.
That's really great. And finally, Dave, when you come out of the pandemic fully, what are the first things that you look forward to getting back to, in the outside world?
I really appreciate, as a musician, the experience, the connection that I have with audiences, and being in communion with them, sort of, where you can sing a song and you can see the reaction and you feed off that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to the days where we don't have to wear a mask over our face because we miss so many visual cues and how we react to each other and judge each other if we're hiding behind a veil all the time. So I'm looking forward to dropping that and just getting back to being more human and going through life with other people and experiencing and sharing ideas that way.
Thank you so much for being with us today and giving us a little insight to this amazing song that we are looking forward to providing a world premiere at the OurCrowd Pandemic Innovation Conference on June 22nd. Be the first in the world to hear this amazing song, When the World Stops Ending.